I just went to pop out for a minute, but it's so nice out here. My sleep solving obsession continues. The idea that we have to sleep because the body gets tired. It does get tired. The muscles get tired from overuse. Maybe you walk a lot. Maybe you do something. Or whatever. But the idea that makes you go unconscious, I don't think makes any sense at all. Especially when you consider, the heartbeat and other systems of the body that run in perpetuity. When you dream, or this is just what I picked up, when I dream, I tend to be in a sort of scenario where something needs to be solved, or it's like a puzzle, or whether it's an interpersonal relationship. It's like a test. It's like a mini little version of this. Well, not mini. I mean, because when you're in there, to me, it feels real. I used to lucid dream for many, many years. I was able to do it, and I haven't done it in years that I can remember anyway. And when you're in there, it seems kind of real. And I found that until you solve whatever the puzzle is or whatever the test is, you'll keep getting different variations of it. There's one thing I was going through in particular for a while, where I found myself in my old house, one of my old houses, and it was being worked on. There were like working crews there. They're building a new part to it. And months later, I returned there in a dream, and it was finished. So what it had shown is that there had been progress on this thing. There were 2 dreams where I went there and it was being built, or being fixed, And then the last time I was there, it was all done. I remember looking and going, oh wow, they did a good job. The dreams aren't generated by your mind. These are places you are going. These are different dimensional frequencies that you're experiencing when you're in the sleep mode. You're traveling to these places. And it seems like until you figure out what that particular test or the answer to that particular thing is, you'll keep going back to the same scenario. Although I've had experiences too where I kept returning to the same place and it wasn't really going anywhere. And oh no, I know what happened. I ended up dying. Like a train hit me. I don't know, whatever. The weird things that happen in dreams. But when I die in dreams, I don't always wake up. As people say, when you die in a dream, you wake up. Not for me. When I die in dreams, or at least most of the time, I just kind of reset, or I respawn in a different place or the same place. Like the death happens, but then I'm right back. So I've had instances where I died trying to do something, and what happens at that point is the scenario will change up a bit. It's the same kind of test. You're supposed to come to the same conclusion. Just the parameters change. It's almost as if the scenario is like, all right, you can't seem to get this one. Let's change a few things about it, or now try this. They they'll lay out a different but same scenario. So they're little tests, or they seem to be little tests, but I don't think that is the point of why you dream, to go to these tests. I think you go to these places simply because you exit the body. And all the places in this realm are like this. They're like little tests. So when you can't be here, you get moved to another one. And the reason you can't be here is because you have to be out of your body when whatever they have to do, and they, I don't know, whatever, whoever runs the controls of this whole situation, something has to be done every certain amount of hours to maintain this illusion here. If you stay awake too long, and you see this with people that, use drugs for many days, they'll start seeing things, talking to people that aren't there. What I believe that is we can only see a small band of frequency in this body. We're only able to tune into a very small band. But unless they constantly re-hit you with whatever it is that keeps you tethered to this, you start to see beyond it. You'll start to see other frequencies. These people you're seeing and talking to, if you stay awake too long, these aren't things you make up. These are things that are just out there that you're starting to see because of not getting your refit or your, whatever thing they have to do to fix the screen here. While they're fixing that, you got to get out of your body. And that's where dreams come in. Dreams, like I said, seem to be places you go to while you're not able to be in this realm. Now, while they're doing whatever they do to your body, one of the things about it is the amnesic effect that is maybe the main point of it, or it could be a side effect. The same thing you get a large dose of when you're born to try to forget where you were beforehand. When you wake up in the morning, sometimes it's like starting from zero again. And that's what's frustrating for me. I'll be moving along with a concept or an idea, or I'll be doing some sort of big, stupid experiment. And I'll be moving ahead to a certain point. And then when I have to go down to sleep, when I wake up again, I lose a lot of ground. And I have to get back up to that point again. And the point being, getting back to that point, the point of awareness, you understand the thing. When you stay awake longer, you begin to process things better. You understand things better. You become more, I don't know what the word would be, but you become more of whatever you are, more sentient. You're able to see more things. And the longer you stay awake, you start to see outside. And that's when the physical things come in. Like you'll start to feel, you start to feel drowsy. Limbic system gets a bit shit. You can't keep your eyes open. And those are physical things that I think are built in. Not because you're tired, but because they need you to go down so they can refit this dimension, this band of frequencies to keep you in this area. I'm probably explaining this really bad, but I've explained this like probably 50 times throughout all these videos, and I don't know if I got it really so that it makes sense quite yet. But sleep isn't about being tired. You go into a sleep mode so that you have to leave, so that you can leave your body, so that they can refit this area, so that when you come back, you're more tuned into this. The whole thing about you gotta sleep because you get tired is bullshit. I mean, I lived an incel life for not incel. That's involuntarily celibate. I never had that problem. Neat. I was thinking of neat. Where I would stay in for periods of time where I wouldn't be working or something, and I'd be watching just TV all day. or just listen to music or something, that doesn't make you tired. Why would you get tired? But like clockwork, you do. You start to feel like, oh, I gotta sleep. It's not that you're tired. You start feeling like you have to sleep. They're different things. They may seem like they're the same thing, but they're not. You just think they're the same thing because of what you've been taught about sleep. So they have to get you to go down, to get out of your body. And from what I've researched and seen and found to be, is that when you leave your body in the sleep mode, you're still tethered to it by like some sort of ethereal type of string. There's a lot of artist renditions of this. I'll find a couple that I put up on the screen while I'm talking about this. And that keeps you tied to your body. In death, right, or what they call death, we don't actually die. There's no such thing. We just get out of this body. In the death scenario, that would be severed, and you just get out. But when you're in sleep mode, you're still connected. And apparently it's, from what they say, it's half the height of your body. So if you're 6 feet tall, you're 3 feet away. If you look at it in a physical sense, you're kind of floating around your body or above your body, but you're still connected by this tether. And while that's happening, whatever it is they do, you can't be in your body when they're doing this stuff. I don't know what it is. I haven't gotten that deep into it yet, but I know that whatever they're doing is to make this more solid, to keep you seeing just this and not seeing outside these frequencies other people and other things like you do when you stay up too long. And there's an amnesic kind of, whether that's one of the main things or whether it's a side effect, there's a bit of an amnesia to it. You know, like even with dreams, like when you have a dream, you wake up, you may remember it in the morning, but by the afternoon, you're having a hard time, you know, getting together what actually happened. So, what I'm trying to figure out here is, or what I'm trying to prove, I guess, is that sleeping isn't based on being tired. It's you don't sleep because you're tired. You go into a sleep mode because I got to get you out of the body. Now the things about, you know, the limbic system going to shit, are you feeling like tired or something? Those are just little prompts to say, hey, you got to get out. We have to go in there and do some shit. You know, you got to get out of your body. Fucking nice day. Yeah, so that's because to me it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna solve sleep, obviously. Although who fucking knows? I mean, why not? You know, it doesn't seem like anybody else is really thinking about that stuff. I don't see many other people talking about it. I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's some Tibetan monks somewhere that figured, probably in Tibet, that figured all this shit out like a century ago and know how to understand all this, you know. A brainlet guy. Hey, little doggy. Little guy. He's probably embarrassed. You know, dogs get embarrassed when they go in the bathroom if people watch them. When they go in the bathroom, they always will look at their owner, because it's when they're the most vulnerable. So like they look to them for protection. It's funny how they do that. But yeah, so I'm still trying to solve sleep. I'll figure it out. Just need a bit more time. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.